Hello. All right. I'm I'm still feeling kind of crappy, but I'm getting better. I like to look at disease or illnesses as not really illnesses, but as um, I'm getting rid of the crappy things I've done to my body, kind of thing, right? So, I almost cut my finger off, man. It's healing so fast. Like, we put to our mind that we're going to heal. Like we already know we're going to heal, and just as soon as like, I hope I heal fast, or I know I'm going to heal fast, and yeah, I healed fast. So that's pretty good. But my hands are kind of numb. But so actually, up here on the screen, I want to get into that. I have Oxford's list of words that we should not say. Another That's why I entitled, our topic for tonight to be wordplay and word magic, because I've been watching that stuff all day. And I don't know if anybody knows. A lot of people know about Paul Enslaved, but I found a guy that is a lot calmer, a lot smoother, and when he tells you the meanings of the words out of Black Law's dictionary, you understand better than the way that Paul Unslaved presents it. Now, I'm not saying anything bad about him. I think the group that he's drawn in are getting something from it, and that's all that matters, because he's obviously intelligent, but the way that he goes about it is a different way. And the guy I seen today, he is Jay Giff, J dash GIFF. I'm gonna put it in here, and he is so smart. And I want to share that my internet is probably gonna go crappy, right? Like it always does. And it seems like every time I have a Tarot Tuesday, these are the things that happen. I decided to come on Streamlabs instead this week, instead of the other software. That's channel. He's awesome. He's very spiritual. And one of the ones I watched today, he had Aaron Ackaby. He's very spiritual, and he teaches a lot of the traps of the words that when the Bible was rewrote, we know that Constantine chopped it, King James chopped it, and so we get pieces. Now the Bible has gems for sure, and if you read it astrotheologically, it makes more sense. But Aaron Ickaby, I guess he grew up. His dad's a preacher. Excuse me. He grew up, learning and researching religion, and he learned the wordplay in religion. And I thought that was cool because it helps Christians kind of see where um, they may get burnt out, and you shouldn't get burnt out on the word of God, I believe, but it is kind of set up that way. They're an institution, they're a corporation. They have to um, report to the government just like any other corporation does. So, are they really going to tell you the truth? So that's why I like to study and research God and spirituality. I'm trying to make sure I don't. I'm going to stop moving as long as everybody can hear me. Yeah, when there's weather issues, my internet is stupid. And I don't like to use that word stupid, but the internet is. But I hope everybody had a good New Year's celebration. I had a good New Year's celebration. I was here with my family. But so yeah, if you go to him, the Jade Jiff, and the Aaron Ackaby, I'm sure it's Akbe Ackaby, Aaron Ackaby. He's really good, and they talk about the wordplay. But I'm gonna view this tab here. So these are words that they no longer want us to use, and they're interesting because how they went on about preferred pronouns. Well, now they want you to consider using pronouns instead. Oh, yeah, balls to the wall, accelerated efforts, ballsy, bold risk taker. Firemen or fireman as firefighters, Congress legislator as congressman or congresswoman, or congressperson. Hang on a second, guys. You know my family's crazy. Girls, please shut the door and shut up. Hey, that fixed that. Don't don't call anybody on me because I told the kids to shut up, okay? Guys, you can't say guys, you should say folks, people, or everyone. Gentleman is no longer gentleman, it's everyone. Ladies is everyone now. He is person or their name. It's crazy the words that they want to chop up and tell you not to use. And bravery was one of them. Brave. Don't use it. Just don't use it. Tribal knowledge is institutional knowledge. Huh. Don't say tribe. Say my friends, family, or network. Can't say powwow. Has to be meet or get together. Some of these you can kind of understand, like Pocahontas might be you're calling someone that because you're being racist, right? Maybe. I don't know. But if you're dressing up your kid for Halloween, so now you're no longer going to dress up as Pocahontas, you're going to dress up as Krista or Sarah or Sue. I don't know. So, and then the thing, and this has got what got me on wordplay all day was the one, oh, OCD is no longer OCD, it's detail oriented. Can't say paraplegic, you should say person with spinal cord injury. Okay. Can't say committed suicide, should say died by suicide. Sorry. Oh, can't say addict, person with substance abuse use disorder. Can't say addicted, they're hooked or devoted. No longer a basket case, you're just nervous. No, I don't know. Funny, funny, funny. I can't, I'm going through them too fast now, but citizen, you cannot say American anymore. You should, you should say citizen. citizens. Boo. I think it was USA citizens. And I think when you get into that, that's when you start getting into the reason why they want you to do that is because that's kind of a misnomer, anyways. Um, I was looking up citizen. I don't have it up here anymore. And it actually has changed the definition since COVID, but you're not in control. It's not what you think. And so that's where I wanted to get into that wordplay stuff. So how is everybody? And would you like to ask any questions? It is Tarot Tuesday. I think I'm gonna smoke a cigarette, and I wonder if I'll ever get the feeling back in my finger, like I stabbed it, like I was opening my mom's dispensary container, and I went eat. Like I can't straighten it out all the way now, and it's numb. Woo, it's numb. So I wonder. My finger almost died by suicide. Yeah, see, professionally, it's suicide, but it's crazy how they want to try to change the words and tell you what you can and cannot say. Um, it's weird. And so, like I was saying, the guy I was watching, I wish I would have recorded a piece of it because I could have just played it on my phone. Because if I try to go to YouTube and do it, the stuff he was talking about today, like, the being born under maritime law. I know maritime law is the water, but that the way that they word stuff of giving birth, actually, if you just go look at his video, you can get into all that. What I wanted to talk about was the days of the week. It's like it's worded to make us automatically. I mean, I know that word, the way it's spelled, WEEEK, is for the days of the week. But we started measuring time at some point in time in humanity where obviously our calendar was different. We got the 28-day moon cycle. I mean, in ancient civilizations, it was all changed different. Hang on again, guys. My kids are crazy. Come on, guys. That ought to be entertaining enough right there. Just log on and watch, listen to me get on to the girls. Yeah, good YouTube. But so you got the days of the week, and Friday is like you're fried. It's almost like it's spell crafting to get you in a mindset. Hi, Christine. Already in a mindset of you're lower than or less than. And also court. That was one that stuck out today that I had learned where court is it actually means to intimidate, to harass, to get something from you. And I read from I'll stop sharing that because we don't have to see that anymore. But yeah, that's interesting. That is the Stanford Language PDF. You can go and just look it up that way, and it'll give you the list of all their preferred words they don't want you to say. But and so yeah, it got me to thinking about how we already have, we're already saying words about ourselves and the days of the weeks. Hey, Beth. Yeah, my kids are crazy. I wonder what it is. The animals were kind of crazy today too. So, yeah, I, yeah, and so Elise actually ended up meaning something about agent, being an agent of, or I don't know. You guys will have to one day when I know my internet's a little better, or maybe I'll just do a recording of it and put it up. I'll actually go through the video and take notes and then, you know, do a video on it because he's really smart. He's really intelligent. And I like him better than Paul Enslaved because he is smoother. He knows what he's talking about. He teaches it and he comes across where you can understand it better. I understood it better. And then at one point, I kind of thought maybe that's where he got his information from because this guy puts it out very intelligently. Um, so, anybody have any questions or anything? Thank you, Kelly. Yeah, I usually have a few here, and then I'll go through at the end of the week. Like, even if sometimes 12 show up, sometimes 7, sometimes 4. But at the end of the week, I'll look back at the videos and I'll have like 50, 60 views on them. So that's good, you know. And my thank you for all my new subscribers too. I'll put that out there. Um, even if you're not new in the chat, later on people will see this and they'll get it. But yeah, that's cool. It keeps going up every week. It's slow, but it's going up. And hey, I'm proud of that because I'm doing that on the back of me, not on the back of anybody else. So that's what's good about it. And I do have a lot of support. I like that. So I think that's cool. But so, Beth, I think you should definitely run for sheriff, man. We need some new views. We need something. I don't know. While I was researching that Black's Law stuff today, and I realized a lot of stuff. I learned a lot of stuff because it made me feel more like, oh wow, like now I see more of the deception that I knew was there. Just I can see it more clearly now. It's always right in front of you, and that's how it is. It's always done right in front of you, sleight of the hand. But if you ran and got it, it would be nice to have a fresh change. Someone, other than Lawless. I was watching about that Laney girl in West Virginia, y'all. That's sad. That's sad. And I had mentioned in the comments about how I don't understand why his cop cam wasn't on in the cruiser. And then someone said he was on personal time. And I thought, how the hell can you be in vehicle on personal time? Isn't like illegal? But I don't know. Sometimes they think they have their own set of rules, it seems like, and that's what's frustrating. Because how's it go? Rules for thy, but not for thee. Rules for they, for not for thee. I don't know. Something like that. So we're not doing spell crafting. I just noticed how that was put up there today. Anybody jumping over here? We're not doing spell crafting. But if anybody else has any words that they know of, put it in the chat that is, has a different meaning that's deceiving. I like Aaron Apke guy. If anybody, he's very, very religious. He talks about God. He brings the wordplay in religion, how they twisted it around and maybe made you think a different way. He doesn't try to change anybody's views either. He just tries to open your mind, to think differently. And I love spiritual growth. It's my favorite kind of growth because it's an all around growth. But it also helps expand your mind, your consciousness, your awareness, your intelligence, and your heart with God. That's the best part. So I love drama, guys. I gotta do something about them. Hang on. Hey, you guys are being ridiculous. I've asked and I've asked and I've asked, and I'm not asking. I'm back. That should be interesting. When I go and update the video, I'll put drama, house drama, and more people come and look. Whoops, I'm hiding cards. That was the devil. So, I wonder what's going to happen for the new year. Let's check it out. So, I was going to ask if the Queen of Wands shows up. I was going to ask if, oh no, see, I'm the Queen of Wands and it has heartbreak over top of me. We'll have none of that. I hate it when justice shows up upside down, but at least I'm not going to jail. I don't never have to worry about anything like that because I actually am good. Proud of myself. There was a time in my life where I was wild and addicted to drugs. I don't care to talk about any of that stuff because I've gotten past a lot of it. And I believe that that was all due to, well, realizing how to change addictions came from my spiritual growth. So that's what I attribute a lot of that to. But it does show justice upside down. Heartache. It showed heartache. I didn't really have a question. What I was going to ask is if Beth should be our sheriff. But I don't want to ask it if Beth doesn't want me to ask it. So she's got to give me the go ahead. But other than that, as a general, I already know my year is going to be full of heartache. I got family members that are sick. I got stuff going on, but I won't have like financial heartache. I feel like it's going to be a good year. I'm not going to have none of that crap. I know this year is going to be really good for me as far as my growth, my personal growth. Even through loss, my personal growth will be good because I won't have it any other way. Always take advantage of learning from a heartache. That's for damn sure. I do. But understand in the overall health of my family, if that makes sense. But I could ask about maybe the health of Ironton, what's going to happen to. See, I don't know. Somebody said today about politics how actually the whole of politics is that it is a corporation and it's all for profit organization. It doesn't run without us the citizens. But so in a way, like I kind of don't believe because of Black's Law saying that we are a dead entity. I don't believe that voting really makes a difference. I think that it's so crooked and controlled that they already know what they're going to do. So that's why I think what we should do is get someone from the outside, like Beth, that we all want, right? And we push that. And then when everybody goes to vote, if they only have that one option for everything else, we don't vote for it. But for her or her position, we do vote for. Does that make sense? I hope I'm making sense. I don't know. I do know that the weather is real crappy here today, and it rained like elephants. Like, I mean, it was hard. My dog was scared, but she's Buppy. I don't think she ever seen that hard rain before, so totally get it. So yeah, I think I'm going to study some more of that wordplay, guys, and I'm going to get into that. Um, I think next week what I want to talk about is past lives, and I'm going to get my past life regression book out and read some of it to you guys because I've been having a lot of dreams again lately. And you can set your intention before you go to sleep on, like, say you're drawn to the 1800s. Imagine yourself in that era, right? As you're going to sleep, and your mind will keep slipping off into other crap. Take it right back to your main intention, and when you go to sleep, you will bring up something to that effect, like if you're from that time or whatever. And I totally believe in past lives, and I used to not until I woke up believing I was in a different time and I didn't recognize this time, right? And I looked in the window and I seen an air conditioner and I was like, what the hell was that? And then I snapped back to where I was. But in my dreaming state, I was coming out of a winter area, like a winter time, right? But it was so real. Now, I never gave dreams like that much thought until I had the shared death experience with my husband. That experience was real. Talking to God was real. Like, those were more real, tangible experiences than real life. So that being said, then I started looking into dreams that are real, like, feel real. They actually mean stuff. If you have a dream of a loved one or it feels like they are there, but it was a dream, you can't decide if they really visited you or not. They did. They definitely did. It was more than a dream. Especially if it moves you. If something like that moves you the next day and you keep going back to that dream, like I can't kick the feeling I had. Yep, that's exactly what that is. So, how's everybody doing? I'm tired. It is a big day. We actually went back to school today, and we had a long break. Like, to me, it seemed like we had a really long break. My lighting kind of sucks on it. That's a little better. Hey, does anybody watch Marvel stuff? I really don't get into um like I love sci-fi movies. Of course, you know I would, right? I love mystical stuff. Yeah, magical. I love documentaries, religious stuff, things like that. But we do have a few little, little secret treasures, I guess. So, Marvel Comics is one of my favorite things. And my aunt has Disney Plus, and we all have the profile. Oh, jeez. So I got on there and was watching the Marvel series Hawkeye. And Jeremy Renner, we were just talking about him like the day before that they said that he had a damn accident. I know y'all probably seen it on Google. I always read Google News and crap. I couldn't believe it. I was like, oh my God. And the reason I liked his stuff, one of the reasons was all the stuff he does in his community where he lives. Like he's a real person. That sounds funny. He's a real person, y'all. He is. He does, like during COVID, he bought a lot of fire trucks up and stuff so that if the town needed them or the volunteer fighters, they could use them. And I thought that was really cool. Like that's giving back to your community, right? And I guess if you can afford to do that, that's what you do. If I ever get rich, that's what I'm gonna do. I want to give back to the community. I want to give. I want to build like these little cabins, like the tiny homes, little tiny houses out here, and every like so often I want to give someone that's in recovery who's doing good, but maybe housing is the hard thing for them to get. I'd give them a place to stay as long as they had a vehicle, but they would have to be able to work off, their rent. Like, so they'd have to be able to work in the garden or, work with our animals or whatever's going on at the time. I think that would be cool. I think about it often. It's a good dream. So I think about that. If I ever get rich, that's what I'll do. One of the things I'll do to give back. However, to give back immediately, I am going to start doing some group sessions in the rehabs in town. I thought about that. I have my certificate just to do group therapy, and that's it. Which that's fine. That's all I need. And that's all I need time for is to be able to go and hang out and talk to the girls. And maybe I can, because we've been seeing a lot of overdoses. We might not see it in our news. They may not share it. And I think it's because they're covering something up or they're hiding some kind of truth they don't want us to know about. But there are definitely a lot of overdoses going on, and it's sad. It's really sad. And my heart goes out to the families. I have a family that's in active addiction, and it's scary. Um, Even if they use methamphetamines, there's fentanyl in that shit. And someone recently, I know it wasn't on the news just a few days ago, I know of. And I guess that was, his drug of choice still. And even though I haven't talked to anybody like that in years, it's sad. It breaks my heart. That wasn't my drug of choice, but I've seen what that drug does to people, and it breaks my heart. And My family member that's addicted to that was like, "Oh, that won't happen to me because I use methamphetamines and it's a speed and blah blah blah." And I was like, "Okay." And then 2, 3 weeks later, it's not funny, but that line of thinking is what I was laughing about. Um, it's sad. She has severe psychosis. She doesn't know where she's at half the time, and so I'd like to say a quick prayer for a good thought. Put out a good thought for the families and people that suffer from addiction. There you go. Send out healing vibes. Well, today was my mom's chemo day. Every Tuesday is mom's chemo day. I probably shouldn't have started Terror Tuesday, but I did start it around this time. She started again, but she goes 4 weeks straight and then a week off, right? But the fourth session is the one that's the hardest. So, um, today was the fourth session, and it's the longest day. And she'll start, feeling crappy. Oh. And so, who knows what next week will bring, right? But that's why I hadn't put my notification up today until late because I wasn't sure how it was going to go. She didn't even get home till 6 o'clock. But you know what I thought about the other day? I thought about how brave you have to be to know something is going to make you so sick that you're going to want to die, but you take it to live. Like, that's some brave stuff because I don't want to take something that I know is going to make me sick. Thank you, Christine. I'm praying for her too. She's tough, man. Like I said, I couldn't imagine being like that, knowing you're going to be putting something in your body that makes you sick. But yeah, Tuesdays are kind of crazy. So, no one has any questions. I'm going to start coming up with topics that I guess that we can read on. Or when the internet and the weather starts leveling out, I can maybe get an ether cord and plug right into the box. I thought about that because that's better internet, and then I can just invite people back up again. But if anybody has any questions, you can ask them in the chat, and I'll ask. I am kind of groggy this evening, though. Oh God, I'm sorry, guys. I keep yawning. I'm gonna cut this stream a little short, I think. Whew. It's been a crazy, crazy week and a holiday. But I've missed you guys. I always miss you guys. Always miss hanging out. I always miss learning. Like if I learn something, I make a video real quick and I put it up. And if I don't do it for a few days, I miss that. All I want to do is learn. Oh, my videos should be coming out on Afterlife Files soon too. I told my story, about Derek to him, and he's really cool. I like him, but it should be coming out within this next week. We did it over a month ago, and the holidays, I'm sure that backed some things up, but he was a really good guy. I enjoyed that interview, but all right, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and hop off here and call it a night. um, I love you guys, and my new slogan from now on is going to be be the reason that someone believes that there are good people. Because that's what I'm going to do every day. So I will be seeing you guys soon. And take care. Everybody take care of yourself. And have a good night. I love you guys.